What won me over in Yerevan Part 2. Hi again, I'm Alicia from Crimea and I've been living in Spain for a year now. In the evening in Yerevan, I stumbled across an interactive exhibition dedicated to Ayvazovsky. It was the perfect escape from the heat, plus I love his paintings, so I decided to check it out, and I didn't regret it one bit. Next up, a late lunch. Even on a budget, you can eat well in Armenia for around 12 euros at the restaurant. It was the perfect break after running around exploring the city. When you only have one day in a new place, you want to see as much as possible. I walked through Republic Square, strolled around English Park, and noticed just how many fountains Yerevan has. As it started to get dark, I came across an interesting building that turned out to be an old market. Inside, you could find all kinds of local products, and of course, I grabbed something tasty for dinner. I picked up some local wine, sweets, and Algerian khachapuri. I'll be honest, the sweets weren't really my thing, not was the cold coffee from the store. But one local surprise made me smile, bags with a funny little hole instead of handles. Simple details like that really stick in your memory. Later that evening, I found an open alcohol store and picked up a couple of mini bottles of Armenian cognac as a souvenir. Now, whenever I see those empty bottles on my shelf in Spain, I always think back to that amazing day in Yerevan. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss stories from my next stop on the way to Spain, Milan. Why Milan? To explain, we need to go back 2 years. In November 2022, I saw a concert poster for one of my favorite Italian singers, Blanco. I wanted to go so badly, but had no idea how to make it happen. Moving to Europe was just a dream back then, and I didn't have a solid plan. I decided that even if I couldn't move, I'd at least visit Europe once to conquer my fears and get a taste of it. So I bought the concert tickets, and that became my starting point. And as you already know, things worked out. Soon I was on my way to Spain with a stop in Milan. When I landed in Milan, I finally got to relax a bit. Europe was right in front of me, and all those months of planning and stress were behind me. Ahead was one day of adventure, sightseeing, and my first concert in Europe at a huge stadium. This is just the beginning of my European journey, and there's so much more from Milan to come. When you first arrive in Europe, you have no idea what to expect, and you're ready to be amazed by every little thing. My first impression right there in the airport, an art exhibit featuring ancient sculptures, but with a twist, covered in tattoos. Free Europe greeted me with its artists' freedom of expression. Next came the train station, so beautiful you can't look away. Then the heat, overwhelming and inescapable.
All I want now is to die.
Walking to the hotel took only 25 minutes, but it felt endless. When I went out for groceries, I realized it's not so different from Crimea. It felt like I was just walking around my own neighborhood, except for one thing, that sewer smell following you everywhere. And, of course, the food. Shelves full of ready-made dough, dozens of types of cheese, ham, and fun local pastries. Imagine this, you step out of the metro with no idea what's ahead, and suddenly there it is, the majestic Duomo Cathedral. That moment will stay with me forever. Did you know it took almost 600 years to build the Duomo? It's covered of thousands of statues and spires, and from the roof you get a breathtaking view of all of Milan. You won't be allowed inside the cathedral if you're wearing a tank top or shorts. Your shoulders must be covered. If you don't have the right clothes, you can buy a special cover-up near the cathedral and head inside without any issues. Be sure to buy your tickets online in advance on the official website. A year ago, I paid 16 euros for access to the cathedral to walk up to the terraces and the museum, but now that tickets cost 20 euros. The Duomo Museum has exhibits related to the cathedral's history and architecture. It offers a look into the process of building the Duomo and its architectural and artistic heritage. For this trip, I skipped the long list of places to see and just enjoyed my first impression of the city. That's my main travel hack for short trips. You can't see it all, so why rush around like crazy? How do I manage everything? All my life people have asked me how I manage to get so much done. Where do I get all my energy and positivity? Honestly, I don't know. If only you knew how much more I could do if it weren't for all the things happening behind the scenes. I'm far from perfect and definitely not a machine. I get lazy, I procrastinate, I get scared, and I get upset. I love my work and interacting with people, but sometimes I go through depression, burnout, and breakdowns. No one is immune to this, especially when you're on your own in a foreign country. So why I do my job is because I love helping people with what I know. I always have a reason to keep going as long as I have something to share and someone finds my information helpful. As long as I can motivate, cheer people up, give hope, and help organize thoughts, I'll keep doing it no matter what. I'll get angry and I'll make mistakes, but that's what makes me human. And really, how much time do we have left? Honestly, I'm like a human notebook. I have tons of journals at home and a lot of notes on my phone filled with my plans, ideas, and goals. I don't keep everything in my head. I jot it all down so I don't forget anything. And this way I can map out my plans for the day, month, or even the year right away. I never wonder what to do with my time. I just open my to-do list and get started. This really helps me stay on track with what's important to me right now and what will make a big difference in my future. Like and subscribe, tell me in the comments what helps you stay on top of everything and remain productive.